Hello and welcome to Lovely English Stories. Thank you for stopping by. This story is for advanced English learners. Ready? Well, let's get started. Embracing the English Winter. Winter in England has a beauty that often surprises visitors, but it also comes with its own unique set of challenges. As November fades into December, the days grow shorter and darkness begins to settle by mid-afternoon. Sarah, who had moved to England from a warmer country 2 years ago, found herself still adjusting to the winter's chill and its slow rhythm. One of the first things Sarah noticed was how the weather could change drastically within a single day. Mornings often began with thick fog, blanketing the streets and creating an atmosphere that seemed almost otherworldly. As she walked to the train station, the fog would cling to her coat and hair, turning her journey into a damp adventure. Later, this fog might clear, only to be replaced by a drizzle or sudden biting wind. Layers, her English friends advised her. Layers are key to getting through the winter. By December, Sarah had mastered the art of layering, wearing thermal tops, sweaters, scarves, and a thick winter coat. But warmth was only one part of surviving winter in England. With fewer daylight hours, she discovered how people found creative ways to bring light and warmth into their lives. Small towns and big cities alike would be lit with holiday lights, giving the streets a festive glow. Cafes put up fairy lights and served mulled wine or hot chocolate, welcoming in anyone who wanted to escape the cold for a while. Yet, even with these efforts, the lack of sunlight could be challenging. Many people felt a bit more tired or low in mood during winter, a phenomenon known as winter blues or seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Sarah noticed this especially in January, when the excitement of the holidays was over and the dark, chilly days remained. She realised how important it was to make time for small, uplifting activities like meeting friends or going for a brisk walk whenever the sun did make an appearance. Snow in England was a different story. It's not as common as people might think, and when it does arrive, it often leads to disruptions. Transport would sometimes come to a halt. Trains would be delayed and roads became slippery. Sarah experienced her first snow day last winter and quickly learned how even a few centimetres could shut down schools and offices. While children celebrated the chance to build snowmen, adults had to tackle icy pavements and the difficulty of getting to work. Despite these challenges, Sarah grew to appreciate the unique qualities of an English winter. She found that people were generally more friendly and willing to share a conversation in winter's cosy indoor settings. Pubs became popular spots, filled with people laughing, talking, and keeping warm by a fire. Sarah learned that winter wasn't just about enduring the cold, but finding ways to stay connected with others, embracing the simple pleasures like a warm drink, good company, or even a quiet night with a good book as rain pattered against the windows. Over time, she adjusted to the cycle of English winters, accepting both the dark, chilly days and the small rituals that made them bearable. For Sarah, winter in England came to represent resilience and warmth. in its own quiet, understated way. Now, let's go through some of the vocabulary we have just read in this advanced English story. Let's start with affective. This means relating to feelings or emotions. For example, some people experience affective changes during winter, feeling low due to the lack of sunlight. Bearable. Bearable means being able to be endured or tolerated. The holiday lights made the long, dark evenings more bearable for Sarah. So sometimes we call them holiday lights, festive lights, or Christmas lights. Cling. To cling means to hold on to something tightly. The fog would cling to Sarah's coat, leaving it damp. Glow. Glow is a soft, warm light. The holiday or the festive lights gave the streets a cozy glow during the dark winter evenings. Resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover from or adjust to difficulties. Sarah admired the resilience of people in England who adjusted to long winters. Rituals, or a ritual, is a regular action or tradition that is done in a certain way. Winter brought with it many small rituals. Blanketing. Blanketing means to cover something completely. The morning fog blanketed the streets. Brisk. Brisk means quick, energetic, and fresh, often in relation to the weather, when it is used as fresh. Sarah enjoyed a brisk walk on rare sunny winter days to lift her spirits. Drizzle. Drizzle is light rain that falls softly. We have a lot of this. England's winter weather often includes drizzle, which can last 4 hours. It can last all day. Fairy. A fairy is a tiny magical creature in folklore, but here in the story, it is used in the case of fairy lights. And these are small, decorative lights, usually used for festivities like Christmas or Halloween. The cafe is decorated with fairy lights to to create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Festive. I've mentioned this word before. Festive means relating to a celebration or holidays. The streets had a festive look. Halt. To halt or halt is a stop or an interruption. So snow can bring a halt to daily activities in England. There are usually lots of delays in the transport. We're not really equipped to deal with snow. Layering. The art of layering means to wear multiple layers of clothes to stay warm. Sarah had mastered layering to stay comfortable in England's winter weather. Chilly. Chilly means cold, but not freezing. The chilly winter air in England meant Sarah always wore a scarf. Disorder means a disturbance in normal functioning, and it often relates to health. Some people experience SAD, which is seasonal affective disorder. Disruptions. Disruptions are interruptions that cause a delay or stop the usual flow of something. For example, the snow often causes disruptions in England and it affects school and transport. Drastically. If something happens drastically, it is in a way that is severe or sudden. In England, the weather can change drastically. Embracing or to embrace means to accept something willingly. So Sarah learnt to embrace the small joys of winter, like cozy nights indoors. Also, I want to just mention that in the UK, in America, they tend to use learned. We use learned or learnt. Both are fine. You can say Sarah learnt to embrace or Sarah learned to embrace. Either or. Now, this next word is difficult even for us Brits to say. Phenomenon. Phenomenon. is a fact, event, or situation that can be observed or studied. The winter blues is a common phenomenon in places with limited sunlight. See, even I struggle with it, and I am a native speaker. Slippery. Slippery means difficult to walk on due to being smooth or wet. So, after a snowfall, the roads and the pavements become very slippery. Mastered or to master means to learn a new skill very well or to gain control over it. Sarah had mastered the art of layering her clothes to stay warm. Mulled. Now, this is the time for mulled drinks, and they are warm and spiced, and usually in relation to Christmas, a warm drink that we drink in the festive times. Sarah enjoyed drinking mulled wine. Otherworldly. If something is otherworldly, it is strange or mysterious, as if from another world. For example, the fog gave the town an otherworldly look, almost like a scene from a fairy tale. Pattered or to patter means to make a light tapping sound. Rain pattered against the windows. Thermal. Now you need these in England in the winter. Thermals are designed to keep heat in or provide warmth. Sarah wore thermal clothing under her coat to stay warm during the chilly days. Understated. If someone or something is understated, then they are not obvious or flashy and subtly effective. For Sarah, winter in England had a quiet, understated charm. Uplifting means making someone feel better or more cheerful. Seeing her friends felt uplifting for Sarah. Welcoming. If something is welcoming, then it is friendly and inviting. The cosy cafes with fairy lights and warm mulled drinks felt welcoming. We hope you enjoyed this lovely English advanced story for learning English. Thank you for stopping by. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you'd like to further support lovely English stories, then click join in the description box below and become a lovely English supporter. See you soon.